This is assignment 3 in test prep, the math section. So linear inequalities is what we're focused on here, number 16, lesson 16. The big thing you have to remember in dealing with linear inequalities is if you multiply both sides or divide both sides by a negative, it reverses magnitude. So watch this. You see how that happens. We have a reversal of magnitude, and that gives you a numerical demonstration of that principle. So solving for x here would mean multiplying both sides by this reciprocal. Certainly you could take it a step at a time, but this is, you have to kind of think of this as a number. We want to multiply by that reciprocal is the best way to treat it. So we have to flip the inequality and then reduce this right-hand side, 6 over negative 6 pi. What does that reduce to? Negative 1 over pi. With, again, a reversal of the inequality. Number 2, so there's my coffee again. Which equation best models this? So the average, meaning you're adding them and dividing by 2, is more than 100, and then solve that out by multiplying both sides by 2. There's that theme again of eliminating denominators. So 2x is greater than 3. Solve for x. We have x is greater than 3/2. So a little something here for you. As long as you put x on the left, and you need to hear me on that, as long as you put x on the left, the arrow goes in the same direction as this inequality points. So 3/2, open circle, and then arrow going this way. That's a nifty little way of getting, if it's a single inequality like that, not a compound one, of getting the solution. So here, get your x terms, add 2x, subtract 8, divide by negative 1, which means reverse the inequality, and gives you that solution. Again, we're assuming no calculator, but on this section we have our calculator. Okay, so what does the score need to be on her sixth test? To be at least 80. So here's the inequality. Multiply by 6 if you want, add all of these, and then just subtract the 410. 70 or better is what her score needs to be. Problem 6, great problem, tough problem. But if you play the numbers game and you have your calculator, you can do it. So I'm going to pick b as 1/2 because it fits in between here. And I'm going to run it through. So I'm going to figure out what is b squared, what is b to the minus 1, what is b to the minus 8, and what is b to the 8th. I need to know what all of these are. And so it's apparent that d is the one that's true, that b is greater than b squared, which is greater than or equal to b to the 8th. So as you go down here, these get less, but the negatives get more. B is not even a realistic option. Your inequalities all have to be pointing the same direction, but D is that correct answer. Problem 7. So between 12 and 52 is what that's saying, and then twice the cost. So you would divide that compound inequality by 2 everywhere to get what the cost of one bouquet is. So here, pretty straightforward. So 3 times the number is more than twice the number plus 45. What is that? The number of polar bears. More than 45. Which of the following points satisfies that inequality? So you run it through, and the first one works, which is nice because then you don't have to try the others. Problem 10. What is the smallest integer for which of the following holds? We'll solve it out, so you got to be greater than 20. 21. Go to the next integer. Here is a problem-solving problem. So I listed over here the possible dimensions that could give me 20 for a perimeter. So 1 by 9, remember there's 1 by 9 by 1 by 9. I mean, it's all, you have to think in terms of this rectangle all the way around. So if you have one set of sides that are 1 by 9, then you have another 1 by 9, so you're doubling it. Then do the areas of all those possibilities. Well, it ranges from 9 to 25. Just a problem if you just start writing things down, you can figure out what's going on. Here, tough problem. Which of the following cannot be a solution? I would recommend just trying it in and forget all this. So put in your negative 25 times 15 plus 25. Does that work? Yes. 35 works, 41 works, but 45 does not work. That's the best approach, is just simple substitution on that problem. And that is the third assignment in test prep.